Well, good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. Here we are. It's a yippity-doo-dah day. Biden is a fool. He made a fool of himself. I know it's not right to call people fools, but hey, it is what it is. And when you is what you is what you is. Yeah, he can go see where he's got to go. And it's not Lincoln, you dumb fuck. Sorry, I just had to get it out there. Top of the morning, my friends. Good morning, good glorious morning. Thank you, God Almighty, for another beautiful day. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Hope you slept good, worked good, whatever it was. I hope you did it well. Because if you're not doing it well, you're doing it pretty fucked up, and you need to fix it. I crack myself up sometimes. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Who do we got in the house? Let me know who's here. Say hello to me. Let me know what's going on in your world. How is it going to be? I'm going to wait a couple of minutes, check my emails for our lovely compadre Kim, and see what she's going to be doing today. Yeah, yesterday was a wonderful day. The State of the Union was a complete flop. Whenever the Democrats get together and say, okay, every time he does this, we're going to seal clap and we're going to cheer 4 more years. That's your orders for today. That's what we know they did. And you know what? They can go see where they got to go, because I just don't care about any of them. Oh, look at this. I still get emails from this loser. So let me unsubscribe. Because Brian Cates and his brother done suck Mike Flynn's P. Chanel. Unsubscribe from all. Unsubscribe from all. Thank you very much. I love that. Let's check with my friend. Nothing just yet. It's a couple minutes early, though. We're a couple minutes early. Let's see what's on the cover page of the... Oh, now this situation got me a little... I just gotta say, it got me a little... I don't want to say upset, but it definitely panged at my heartstrings. Let me just put it like that. It definitely pinged at my heartstrings. I'm going to show you right here. Let me get rid of this frame. Well, I'll leave the frame bucket. All right. Let me jump in here. Go into the New York page, the New York Post page, as you can see. We'll post that right in there. So here we go. Now this is the saddest thing for me, because they arrested this man. This was the father of this young man right here who lost his life in Afghanistan at Abbey Gate, along with 12 other courageous, young, brave individuals, you know what I'm saying, like servicemen and women. And the heckler who shouted at the president during his State of the Union address Thursday night was identified as the father of a fallen Marine and later arrested over the disruption. This is the thing that's got my blood through the roof. That's what it was. I heard it, but I couldn't make it out because I was, working. And it's hard with the jackhammer going in the background to listen. But the heckler who shouted out to the president was the father of the fallen Marine. He said, quote, "America's safer today than when I took office." That's what Biden said, 81 years old. And he was in the middle of saying this before he was interrupted by the chamber's balcony, from the chamber's balcony. And it was Steve, I might mess this up, but Nikiu. And he was the father of the young man, and he yelled out, "Abbey Gate, 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines." Capitol Police escorted Steve, I'll go by his first name, who's 51 years old, out of the chamber at about 10:15 and took him into custody. Unbelievable. I just can't even. This still pulls at my heartstrings to where I just want to be enraged for this man, for his family, for his son, for my country. It's just really aggravating. He was charged with crowding, obstructing, and incommoding Congress. What is this? And a misdemeanor that typically results in the offender's release after paying a $50 fine. Okay, his son was Lance Corporal Kareem Niku, who was killed by a suicide bomber outside the Abbey Gate in Afghanistan during the withdrawal of August 2021. Two other Gold Star fathers told the Post in the interview before the speech that the president should expect harsh words over that catastrophe. Yeah, what a baby. This kid was such a baby. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, here he is. Look at this. What do we got? Oh, it's that time, everybody. And her son, Shauna Tippel and Dakota Halbreeze, who later took his life in it. Oh, Lord. Okay. This was the one whose brothers... I can't even. Maybe that's what it was that got me. Remember we had a brother who committed suicide from one of the fallen? That's this family. That is this family. Oh, wow. It's so upsetting. So upsetting to me. It really is. There's been other people that have confirmed that information that Biden knew damn good and well, that Afghanistan was going to fall. Oof. I suspect there was going to be a lot of heckling, he added. Daryl Issa told the Post that he offered up private meetings with several Gold Star families, but had been rebuffed because they don't want to be bothered with this government that is seriously just like taking our lives for granted. Like, they're not even taking them for granted. They don't even give two shits or shinola about us or our lives, let alone our well-being. So why on earth? Oh, snap. This sucks. Let me text Amelia. Thank you. I gotta put my do not disturb on.
What am I, your secretary now?
Yes, you're my secretary now. That's right. That's how we roll over here. Got me a crew. Don't you know? Don't you know? It's how I do. So yeah, this is very upsetting to me. This father, it's despicable. I'm not going to hold my breath at all. We're gonna get it, Schmidt said. Yep. Nope. Yep. I don't blame him. So, yeah, let's see what people have to say about this. Your loss is unimaginable. Yes. Wow, 164 likes. Yes. They should not have arrested him. I agree completely. Sad day when a Gold Star parent is arrested from the hurt of losing their child. They need to drop those charges and apologize immediately. I couldn't agree with this person anymore if I tried. I mean, really. Joey said, I feel your pain because he's lost a son too. And his daughter, who supposedly died with the wife, who's not dead. But that's a conspiracy. We'll save that for Tuesday. How you doing, Justice Coney Barrett? Just asking for a friend. You know. I can't stand any of them. All right, Kimmy's live. Woohoo! She got it going on, y'all. We're going to jump in. I'll put you on an intermission for a quick second while I play a song. What song would you like to hear today? We could do Trump won. Let me stop. Trump won and you know it. Let me stop. Now, I'd like to play a song for you. I'm just going to pick a random. Let's see what comes up. There we go. I found a good one for you.
When my baby
on Amazon Music.
Morning, Dad.
Good morning, Kim. I got my intermission playing a nice little song for everybody while we get together and get our thing going on.
Computer, stop. Hey, how are
I'm
you?
like, don't get me on there. I'm not dressed.
It's okay. You don't have to be dressed. We're that kind of show.
She's the TK for the week.
Come on,
Reliable Texas. Share.
how are you doing?
She's good. She's good. She's sending. Amelia was texting me. I told her to be my secretary.
Hey, got a lot of moving parts going on in here. I'm gonna reload.
Is your
Bear with me.
576?
Yep. Take your time.
You're 576, right, Dad?
Yeah. No, 3190. Yeah. That's yeah. Where's my thingamajigger?
She's 5545.
No, 1486. Let me switch over. What's up, Kim? Let me stop this song playing.
No, I'm just
Woo!
trying to figure
I
out
hope you
why
enjoyed
I
that.
can't see my whole
Nice.
screen.
I love that song. I bought that song years ago when I watched that movie Repo Man. You remember that movie Repo Man?
Yes.
Yeah, when they took the organs out. And there was a guy who had a heart transplant. He paid for a heart and he couldn't pay the payments. And they were going to take his heart back. And this song was playing in his house.
Taking his
Sick,
heart back.
sick, right? What a movie that was, man. Think about it. We're almost there, Kim. We're almost there. People are buying party parts right now as we speak. Like, literally.
I know, Dad, and it's. I'm sorry. I'm having a little trouble right all of a sudden getting my screen wide open here. What's up with that? Hold on. What's going on with it? You? Almighty, I don't know what's going on with this here.
Let me see about getting the screen capture.
Got enough light in here?
Yeah.
Are you still on live?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, nobody's in the room yet, right?
No, Cindy's here.
Oh, okay.
Slick is here. Good morning, Frank.
Oh,
What's up, buddy?
Right
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me go. I'm gonna go upstairs. I go on my phone and see more views. Alright.
She's too much. All right.
Oh, I want to build up the views if we have people coming.
Mm-hmm. Why isn't this transitioning? Where's my... Huh. Yes. We're getting it going on.
Some destination.
Hanging on.
How do you feel? Well, see, the crazy thing is, it's not letting me see any of my other stuff. It's weird.
I can't get my
See?
screen capture to show up. That's crazy. Alex Jones
Refresh.
and Tucker had a good session after the State of the Union. Interesting. I didn't know that. I was at work. Very interesting. Was that on the Tucker Carlson network?
No, it's weird, Des. I mean, I don't know if I can even hit the live button. It's so messed up.
All week. That when I came in today, I was like, "Wow, I'm actually going live on Rumble and it's working. It's not like an upload later thing. Knock wood." And it's yeah. I thought it was odd that it was working. You can't make it up. Let Kim reload. I'm trying to get this to screen share. Let me see if I go live with friends. Let me just transition a couple of times.
Oh, this is crazy.
How does it feel?
It's crazy. It's right. I can't get my let's see here. Why is my screen capture not showing?
This is kind of weird. Let me do it this way.
Ah, got it. Whew. I was annoyed for a second. All right.
Well, maybe when I hit the live button, I'll be able to see the rest of it. Maybe, I don't know. This is weird. It won't let me see my banners. It won't let me see my comments.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! You ready to go?
I'm ready to start dyeing my hair.
Computer, restart the song.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard
Here we
Bob
go.
Dylan is right. I used to love him until I found out he sold his soul and he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it really is.
I grew up like he was my idol. You don't understand, Bobby D. I could sing all of his songs, like dead ass, Tambourine Man, to like I can't even. And
I
yeah,
believe you, Dad. We can get through them. I don't know why it's not letting me see the rest of my.
oh come on, lady. Amelia, I'm on the live. I'll call you back, boo.
I forgot I didn't call.
I love you.
Oh, you better be saying that.
This is what you're looking at.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, okay.
It looks good, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Debbie is checking out the Rumbles, making sure the feed looks good.
Good morning, Danny's here. Getting after it.
I gotta ask you, Kim. I know you got frustrated and annoyed, and I don't blame you one bit. But you couldn't deal with it, and you, like Miss Betty, boop, 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 you said, "I'm out."
On what?
On the State of the Union last night. It's just
Yeah. Well, I watched a good bit of it.
yeah. Well, I caught a little bit of it, the latter part. Well, he was late anyway. Not for nothing. It was 5 to 9. He was just getting in the car, stumbling and bumbling. I was like
It
fumbling,
made me
stumbling.
sick to my stomach.
Yeah,
Is what it did.
I honestly could tell you that I got a very touching
God
moment
almighty.
when the dad was shouting out,
Yeah.
and then they arrested
about
him.
that?
And then they arrested him.
Yep.
You arrested this man. Whoever that cop is, those cops, yo, how are you looking at yourself in a mirror today to brush your teeth, to wash your face, to shave, to look at yourself? I want to know how you have any of that to do that.
Well, and I'm wondering too, over here, I'm wondering if he if they just kind of shuffled him off, or did they really arrest him? I mean, they said, they arrested him.
They better not have arrested him, and it better be some BS bullshit publicity stunt, because how dare they arrest him?
How dare they, Des? Is how I felt.
How dare they arrest him?
That's exactly the way I was feeling. Good morning, Danny. He sounded like he had marbles in his mouth. He definitely acted like he was all jacked up on something.
Oh, he
Certainly.
was on amphetamine up. They gave him all
Yeah.
kinds of good stuff.
You could tell he was jacked up, and
Yeah.
and all the anger. What's with all the anger? Good
I
morning,
was
Lynn.
just gonna say, and I called it. Angry Biden came out. angry Daddy Biden came out in full effect, and he said Voldemort's name like 0 times, but my predecessor came out like 4, and he. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't say his name because he has no face.
Yep. Well, I mean, from the very beginning, and I wrote it down. What was his, okay, you know what his first line of the speech was?
No, I didn't catch that, thank goodness.
Let me tell you what it was. His first line of the State of the Union, he comes out after taking almost 20 minutes just to say hello and press flesh. His first line was, if I was smart, I'd go home now.
He should have. Why? Who stopped him?
Yeah, that's what he said.
But he ain't smart, so he stood.
If I was smart, I would go home now, is what he said. He missed it. He missed the cue. He missed the cue, and he stayed. And it was awful. And I'm curious. We'd like to. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Let's have some coffee. I'd like to get your. Opinions.
Linda. You know Linda. She's
Linda.
She put her comment up.
Where is she there? Hold on just a minute.
That's got to go on screen.
Oh, I was so distracted by Biden's chin balls moving when he talked.
Listen to me. Have you seen? Now that you segued for me, I have to ask: has anybody here seen the commercial for the men's undergarments called ball hammocks?
Ball hammocks. Haven't we been hearing about that kind of stuff since Target put their,
what the fuck?
Put the clothing in the kids aisle with the ball sacks and stuff like ball pouches and hammocks, but no, I think it's really awful.
Danny's seen it. Danny,
you got to put that stuff somewhere.
Put a pair of eggs in the underwear, like
Yes. Jess, well, where would you put? I mean, where would you put yours if you didn't have that kind of thing happen?
I don't know. It cracks me up. I'm like, this
where would you
between
put
that and the Lumi commercial.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you guys still on the ball side?
Yeah.
It's delay up there.
Oh, I'm like, what's that noise? Debbie is gonna get a pair of ball hammocks for Kenny.
You're gonna get her some.
I didn't need to know that.
TMI over there, Deb. TMI.
Yeah, TMI, Deb.
Sorry. I get a delay up there. It's not fair.
Oh my God.
Hey, we're past that now. We're talking about chin balls.
Oh, but yeah, we've moved up. We moved up in the world.
Good morning.
It's Friday.
Hey,
what do you want from me?
If you've just jumped in, I want you to know you're fantastic. I tell you, your girl's feeling a little tired over here because, when I stay up past 8 o'clock, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm,
and it was interesting. So I'd like to hear everybody's, comments and funny. What is going on with my deal here?
Duluth Trading is a great company, Laura. I love them. I do. Me and my girlfriend Laura go there. We go on our little shopping because we work construction.
I love them too.
Yo,
I
and
do
the
too.
extra long tails on the back ends of the shirt. I know plumber. They call them the no plumber crack shirts, but honestly, they keep my fanny warm shirt. I love Duluth.
Hey, there it is. The Duluth Trading has the underwear that supports stuff. Men's stuff, so it doesn't sweat and stick together and flop around and bang around and stuff.
Listen, you gotta have that. They make some pretty fancy drawers, as they say.
Yeah, you gotta have that stuff secure.
So I was talking to my
Yeah,
I asked Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, you ever hear these things, the ball hammock boxers or whatever they're called? And he was like, what? He goes, no, I wear bamboo. And I'm like, bamboo? I said, like silk, like bamboo? He was like, yeah. I'm like,
like bamboo.
Like, I guess they breathe and they're like really comfortable.
Well, you know what though, and here we are. We're women. We have our own sets of issues, right, with our own stuff.
Yes.
And not oftentimes do we look at a man and say, "How's your junk hanging right now? Like,
I
how you feeling?"
know. Like,
I mean,
are you comfortable? Are you a little twisted? How did we go here with this?
because it's really not. It's not a socially accepted conversation.
Definitely
starter,
not.
right?
No, that's a
But
bedroom
it could
conversation.
be. It could be because as you're talking through things, sorry, y'all. Trying to
But
keep
this
a
is
straight
my
face.
point. Between the Lumi commercials and these men's undergarment commercials, like seriously, it's unavoidable now. You have to discuss
Right.
this. They want us to talk about ass crack deodorant and ball hammocks. I can't. I can't. And then they wonder why I watch only documentaries about how the government wants to kill me and how these Khazarians are all out there to
we
like
wanna-
eat babies.
Oh my God! Now we're going off the deep end, right, folks? Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. We're having coffee over here. It's coffee talk.
Oh Lord, help us.
Come on in.
Hoopa,
Yeah.
good morning, Hoopa. I'm just
Good morning,
saying,
Hooper. Good morning,
but
Cindy. There she is. There's Gloria in the house. There's our blonde demon. Everybody's here. Danny's here too. Good morning. Y'all, I'm having a little trouble here, and I don't know what it is. If anybody can throw me a little bone as a, here's, when your whole screen isn't in your, isn't in my monitor. It's like I'm missing a slew of controls, and I don't know how to bring it back.
well, you
It's
have
very-
two monitors, Kim. Look at the other one.
No, this is my laptop where I'm
Oh,
running the
snap.
StreamYard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
where I'm running the StreamYard. So, but I mean, I've got it all together. It's just not letting me switch through, to my banners and to my other things, where I can. I mean, at least I can tag on the comments, and that's what's most important.
Yeah. You sent the link to all of us, right? Danny was included, no? Danny V.
Oh, I thought so.
It's
Hold
Grown
on
of
just
Art.
a second.
Grow of
Hold
art.
on.
Grown.
Let me get it back.
I think it's
Hold
grown.
on.
Like Joan.
All right, let's see if I can do it this way. Grown of Arc.
Yeah,
If she didn't get it. There it is. Grown. There she is. Sending it.
Cindy put her
Sending
finger
it.
on the arrow and we were back like Shazam.
There. How about that? Okay. So yeah, I made it a point to write down the first words out of the geriatric patient's voice, out of his speech, out of his mouth. I can't even talk this morning. I got a tongue twister.
You
But
sound like
yeah,
Joe
the first
Biden.
thing he said is, if I was smart, I'd go home now. That was his first line, because everybody, I guess, was giving him a clap and a standing O, which I don't know what he was trying to do. He was trying to rock some kind of approval up there, and he said, if I was smart, I'd go home now. And at that point, I just turned off TV.
Yeah, 100%. Like, why did you stay? Because obviously you just proved that you're not smart. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Second
Hey, Laura
thing.
follows up.
Second thing I'm going to talk about, the Gold Star dad was the first thing. That was the most like, wow. Second
Still
thing,
don't understand how that happened.
Marjorie Taylor Greene showed up in her 45 MAGA hat. She was decked. She was like, yo, say her name. And then he pulled out this
And-
little, what was this thing
And he
pulled
never
out?
did.
He said Lincoln Riley. I didn't know Abraham had a kid named Lincoln. Yo, I was like, this
That's
piece of,
just how
but
incredibly
then
nasty he is.
the backhanded statement
Yes.
that
That's
he
how it
was
felt.
like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many? I wanted to. I know.
I just hate him.
Yo.
Hey, Lord, please take the hate from my heart.
I know,
When it-
please, God.
Yeah, it was awful. I think I sent you the link. You should have it by now. Hey, Kim, Marjorie Taylor Greene reminded me of you. Excuse me. Well, Tanya, that's probably how I would have been, standing right there with my red MAGA hat, putting it in his face, getting as close as I could to him, to at least get some sense of, a response out of him, but
Yeah.
he's. No,
Yeah,
he's
he called
just-
her Lincoln. And I mean, like, I heard that too. And mind you, there was a jackhammer in the background. And I'm like, did he say Lincoln?
That was weird, right?
And I'm like, oh, he did not. And I can't even.
Hold on just a minute. I'm trying to get this to Danny. I'm not sure why. Hold on. Hold on.
Fucking underwire.
I'm trying one more time, Don. Danny, hold on.
I agree, Laura.
It says it's sent.
Tanya
Okay, now
could
I'm sending
totally
it
see
twice.
that. I heard Lincoln.
I tried it
I heard
again. If
Lincoln,
it doesn't
too.
come on, I don't know what to do. Oh, look at there she is. Hold on
Awesome.
just a minute, Danny. Be with you in a second. Hold on just a minute.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm just still trying to figure out why I can't see my whole screen. I'm going to bring Danny in. Y'all talk for a minute and let me
Good morning.
Danny.
Hello, Doug.
How you doing, love?
I miss all the good conversations, the ball hammocks, the, you know,
Let me tell
men's
you, they're all
undergarments.
about people's scrotums and their ass crack smelling. I just don't get it. My mother-in-law, rest in peace, Amelia. That was her name. She's the same name as my junior, whatever, her junior. So I was in Georgia. I came home and I'm like, what is this commercial? Amelia was like, yo, my mother hates that commercial. And I'm like, no, wait. I said, when we go for dinner, because, you know, weekend Sunday dinner, I said, I'm going to ask Mimi about this because I can't believe this commercial. I said, Mimi, you see that commercial for the ass crack deodorant? She's like, is that not disgusting?
Thing. I mean,
It's
I kind of wish that I had come up with it because as somebody who was in sports, like roller derby and stuff like that, it really could have came in handy.
Oh my God, I can't. All I have to
Ass
say
crack
is soap
deodorant,
and water.
100%.
Soap and water, properly wipe, maybe invest in a bidet, you know.
Bidet, oh my gosh, Des. I'm glad you said that because when everybody was in the grocery stores fighting over toilet paper, I was like, screw this. I'm getting a bidet off of Amazon and calling it a day. And that's what I did.
Yeah, they're cheap. They're like from $20 to $27 for like a regular one that you could just hook up with the hose, like literally wash down. Or they have ones that like have the seat heated with the hot and cold water temperature controls. Those are like $200. But honestly,
that's bougie though. That's bougie. We don't have that.
Answer me this. I live in the Northeast. You live in the Northeast. When you get up in the middle of the early morning hours and you go sit on that bowl, it's fucking cold. It's right.
It is cold.
Nobody likes
very
cold. On a cold bowl.
Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed because it's cold. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not taking the blankets off. I'm just staying here until spring.
I'll pee through the sheet. What are we doing?
But I did watch some of the address last night, and it really did sound like he had marbles in his mouth.
He was so popped up.
Well, they fell down to his chin.
And I did notice the wrinkles.
Kim, I'm going to have to send you a video that my friend Byron the Magnificent made. He did a rap about the chin balls.
The ball chin mask.
Great. It's wonderful. You would love him.
It really is. It's like I don't remember that being a situation, you know, early on in his present. I don't ever remember seeing, you know, I just don't remember seeing balls on the chin early on.
It really makes you consider the whole clone thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because where did they come from? Did he grow them?
Well, last night I couldn't help but notice, you know, when he was doing the red carpet walk up to the podium, I couldn't help but notice they show, you know, where he's shaking hands and then he turns like this and they got a great picture of the back of his neck that really did look siliconed up.
You
it
seen
really
it,
did.
right? He looked so rubbery.
I didn't see that. No.
He looked so rubbery.
And they made sure to focus on it. focus on it.
They sure did. Because they keep, that's what I was saying like 2 years ago. They kept showing when they talked about Biden and the Hunter Biden laptop and all this bull, they would show the current picture and the old picture, or the old picture and then the current picture, right there in your face. So even the most oblivious, if they happen to catch, you'd be like, but like that girl on the man of the street thing, they don't care. Most people don't even give two shits of shinola, so they're like, whatever. Listen to me.
That's what they're banking on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like they want you to know. They're putting it right in your face. Everything is like kind of predictive programming and stuff. And but they know that only people like us see it. They know that. And that we're going to come on here and we're going to sound absolutely insane. But when you put the two pictures side by side, it does not look like the same person.
It's definitely
Where did the balls come from?
The Hunter Bidens?
Stop for just a minute. I want to just stop for just a minute because I want to just put a spotlight on our girl, Donna. Donna, she says, hopefully I'll get to listen. I could use some prayers for Chris, who's in the hospital, going to head back now. Donna, listen, we're going to get prayed up for you and for Chris, and we're hoping, everything is going to be okay at the hospital as best it can be right now. I just want you to know, we got our prayer warriors who abound. Y'all, please keep Chris and Donna in your prayers. This is an important time right now. I see our patriotic believer is in the house just in time.
Hey.
Man, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Now, Kim, I have a question. When I come up here, does it show that it's my account through Rumble too? So like, is my audience seeing that I'm live here or no?
If you set up your live stream on Rumble, because you have to get that configuration code thing, and when you do that, then it can. That's why I simul stream on mine and she does on hers, and I blow up the screen, do the screen capture, and blah blah blah, and everybody could see us both. So if she has a technical or I have a technical, it's somewhere.
You guys are going to have to help me figure that out.
Yeah.
Do you want
Because I'm telling my audience to come over here because I really did delete Clapper yesterday.
Good for you.
And it's 100% gone. I had about $82 in there, and I cashed it out, and I gave gifts to all of my favorite people, and I bounced.
I thought you had to do a minimum of 100. They let you take out the 82. Good for you.
Well, no, because I was going to cash it out. I asked my friend. I said, "Can you send $20 to it so I could cash it out?" But then I was just like, "It's $82, and I love all these people, and I'm really sad that I'm leaving. So let me just gift it to all my friends." So that's what I did, and then I left.
There you go.
That sucks the way Clapper is. I mean, that just sucks.
Yeah.
I hate Clapper. Anyway, sorry. I shouldn't have said
that.
Yeah,
I was getting
to that place. Not with necessarily all the people of Clapper, but
no.
Clapper app itself.
Yeah, just the app and who runs it. That's how I feel with YouTube. Who's running this?
Who runs it is actually the company that owns Fanbase, which is a adults video app. So we shouldn't be surprised that it went that way, but my whole thing is they lied to us the entire time. I'm an OG on Clapper, and they lied to us the whole time saying that it wasn't going to become a sex app, it wasn't going to become these, and then they did it anyway. Be seen, be valued, be heard for what? My rear end, at this point. So I said goodbye, and that's it. And now I'm over here on Rumble. I'm encouraging people to come hang out with us in the mornings. And
thank you, Danny, for that. And you know what?
Huh?
We're just working to get it better. This morning, for some reason, I don't know why my little control dashboard over here, I have a part, on one side of it that lets me bounce in and out with the banners and
your little ticker things.
It's like it won't even let me see it. I don't know how to bring it in. That's my problem over here. It is frustrating because I have not had that happen. I had to do an update, and now this is what I get for an update, right?
I'm going to share in the Facebook.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk for just a minute. Did y'all see, and thank you for the shares. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Did y'all see, just real quick, we'll talk about it. Alec Baldwin Rust case that
what happened with the armorer?
The armor.
Did they
she got 18 months. 18 months. She got 18 months in prison.
So now Alec's going to get off.
Well, we'll see.
Now they gave him a patsy.
You're going to have to fill me in. What happened?
Alec Baldwin shot the film person, cinematographer, young chick on the film, the set of Rust in New Mexico, wherever it was shooting. And
Yeah.
he said, I didn't pull the trigger, but it was BS because it was a revolver and there's just no way.
Right.
Yeah, well, he killed her. He killed her, and then there was a big deal, and then he had what? He had some sort of civil suit, or
Then he went on George Stephanopoulos for 2020 and said that he didn't do whatever, like basically
Yeah.
like blowing up his case, literally. And then I heard that if they find this armorer guilty, that it could lead to a legal loophole for Alec to point the finger at that negligent party, not I.
So at the gun
Okay.
manufacturer, is that what they're trying to blame it on?
No, the armorer,
the
the
person-
guy
Not
who's
yet.
in charge of
Not yet.
dispersing
The guy that
prop
was in charge of
guns.
the gun props and
it
things?
was a
Mhm.
girl, a woman, a young woman. She was the armorer, and
Yeah.
apparently, Alex, he seemingly skating along, and she's going to prison for 18 months. I don't know why he doesn't have a room right next to her. I mean,
Wow.
he
Yeah.
pulled the freaking trigger, and he's saying, "Oh, it's supposed to be
And
supposed to be
this-
blanks in the gun."
This female armorer that she's speaking of, her father
Uh-huh.
was also in the industry and an armorer in
Right,
the movie
Cindy.
industry. So what does that say to me? She's generational system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
don't
It makes me think of remember the Crow movie back in the day? Was it the
Brandon
Crow?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he
Bruce
when
Lee's
he got
son,
shot by
Brandon
a
Lee.
prop gun.
Yes. Yes.
See, well,
It's
Saturday,
happened
Don't forget
before,
Bruce
guys.
Lee. How did Bruce Lee die? His father.
Wait, his father,
Yeah. Google
Bruce
it.
Lee?
Somebody get on there,
Oh, I-
search. Tell me how Bruce Lee died, please. Pray tell.
His
Yeah,
his
somebody
father-
somebody
his
in the
father killed
comments.
him?
I'm gonna need that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Crow. Yeah. See, people remember. See, I'm not that old.
Yeah, you are.
Well, we can ruin our
I'm gonna
day.
be 40.
Get the fuck out of here. She's a baby, Kim. She's gonna be 40.
Anyway.
I'm fucking feeling old.
Okay, so we got to talk about we've got to talk about a snake out in Arizona. Y'all know her name. She's the
Yeah,
governor
Cinema.
out there now. Katie Hobbs.
Oh, I was
Well,
thinking
apparently-
Kristen Cinema. Did you hear her speech when she's retiring?
Well, no, because she
Who
needs
cares?
to go. Yeah, who cares? I don't really care about Kristen Cinema. She's not relevant to me anymore.
No.
But the only reason even Katie Hobbs is on my radar is because she vetoed a bill that came across her desk out there in Arizona, and this bill would allow the police to arrest illegal border crossers. They pull them over, they've committed a crime, they've done this, they've done that, and we're going to arrest them, we're going to send them over to the big house, maybe we'll deport them. Well, Katie Hobbs, she vetoed that bill. So if you're in Arizona, I want to tell you, I feel sorry for you out there. I feel bad. I mean, number one, that you elected her, and number two, now that you got to go through this with her. But I think that speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, just like we watched the old man in the Capitol last night talking about non-citizens. We're now elevating them to non-citizens and instead of illegals, but
And newcomers.
newcomers. Yeah.
Newcomers.
Oh,
don't
no.
even use
The
that word.
inflammatory is the undocumented Americans.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
How dare we?
Oh, how dare.
How dare we?
Yeah.
And I'm hearing now, I'm not sure if this is true, but when they count all of the people in the country and then they put it towards the elections, those people are going to count.
Yeah. That's
Betty
the whole
cracked
goal.
me up. Betty, honestly, Betty. What the
Betty.
do you use?
Betty, you need some money? I get you some new skivvies,
I
girl.
don't even know what
I was gonna
detergent
say-
she uses that they haven't worn.
Girl, I don't know if I can find some underwear that lasts that long, I'm keeping them
I
too.
know.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You find something good, you buy like 3 of them because you're never going to find it again.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Very
stick with
true.
it. Hey, Cindy says, hey,
That's
here's one for
hilarious.
you guys. Mayor of Palm Beach was following Biden last night at the State of the Union. I bet. I wonder who was that person. I want to know. Tell me, who was the person sitting next to Jill? There was a guy, a man to her left, sitting there. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I couldn't help but notice every time she's sitting next to him. The first time I saw it, the first time it was on screen, he was he was like that.
I
And she
love
was
it.
like this.
I
She
love
was
that
like
it
this.
zoomed.
She was like this in her chair.
I missed that.
Oh my God. I was watching the body language. You could tell her face was taut. She even felt, it even looked like she was angry about who she was sitting next
I
to.
was just going to say,
And I couldn't-
Jill, honestly, is not a happy person. I would, this is
she
my
is a
surmise.
bit-
Because of the whole drama with Kamala behind the scenes that was going on, and she was in Biden's ear. She's not a nice person, I don't think. I think she's like one of those, like, ugh, you know? I don't want to
Well,
say Karen, but.
her body language was so loud in
She
my
is.
eyes. And I you know, when body language experts talk to you about couples that just kind of lean away from the person they're next to,
Yeah.
because either they have bad breath or just can't stand your ass. It's just that's how she was, like, and she never kind of came back full, like, receptive of him. So I was curious, who was that guy sitting right next to her that he got the front row seat?
Oh, we have to find out.
Anybody?
He was some honored guest. I'll get you that. Mm-hmm.
Some honored guest.
Yeah,
Hold on
honestly,
just a minute.
I had it in my pocket, so I was mostly listening. But at certain points, I did pull out to watch, and I did see her face, and she did not look happy at all. She looked very frumpy, like, you know, like.
She did. She
Right?
something
Her
was
face
off.
was very discontent. It was
Something was very off. Is how I felt too.
Yeah.
But, you know, for those of you who didn't watch it,
Right.
hey, Slick has the word. Slick's got a
B
great word
space,
this
I
morning.
space, T space, C space, H equals Jill. That's Dr. Jill Biden to you, Frank.
Did you guys watch it on TikTok? Because if you saw the comment section on TikTok when he was live, guys,
Wow.
entertaining.
Really?
It was very entertaining.
Wow.
And there was maybe 3 supporters of him, and the rest were like us. It was very comical.
It was. And it's interesting to take in all of the people in there. And I just kept thinking, you know, snake, 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 snake. Wait, I mean, it was the Viper Pit last night for sure.
Yes.
That's
And
right.
Mike Johnson sitting up there behind
his face was
Biden
cracking me up. When I did
he was
look, he
just
was
like-
like, boy, what you know, he's like, put Hunter's crack pipe down.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's even my sister, she called me at like 1 o'clock in the morning. She was like, yo, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm at work. What? I showed her a cash page. I showed her this. I'm like, oh. She was like, oh, you coming? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. She goes, yo, we're cracking up with Hunter Biden. Do you see the speaker's face? His reaction? I said, I'm listening to it. But then I started to pull out my phone a little more. It was worth it.
It was really comical
Yeah.
because he was in such a way where he was trying to it was almost like he couldn't shake his head like this when
No.
Biden was talking, but it was like he was shaking his eyes like this.
Like, yeah, this guy's insane.
The body language was pretty loud.
I would be horrible in that situation because my facial expressions, they are fierce. They are like, I can't hide how I feel. So I could just only imagine if I was sitting there.
And I did
It would
see
be bad.
that.
Did you hear his comment on inflation being so low and it's like
Listen
only
to me.
3%?
When he started
and,
talking about the Snickers, I was like,
oh, I didn't catch that. What happened?
oh, the shrinkflation. Well, the Snickers, they're still charging the same amount, but the Snickers are smaller. Listen to me, it was like an ice cream cone moment for me. It was really like...
Come on, Dad.
Shove
You
that
can
Snickers
get it out,
down your
girl.
throat and
You
hope
can
you
get it out.
choke on it. Here, have your nuts in your nugget, dude. Have it. And the parasites loaded in that chocolate, too.
Yeah, I hope they come for you, buddy. I hope they come for you.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
all
man.
lies and more lies.
But
And
that
you know
was
what it is?
one point when I was like, is he for real? Are people actually clapping for him?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Tell me they
Have
didn't
you
have a
gone
locker room
grocery
meeting.
shopping?
Tell me the Dems didn't have a locker room meeting and said, okay, Kamala, every time he says anything, you give him a standing ovation. And then when you give him a
Yes.
standing ovation, the Democratic caucus will say, 4 more years, 4 more.
Here it is.
Yeah. That it seems right, Des.
does.
Like I
really
swear
was.
that's what's going on because I was sitting there
at a
like,
pep rally and said, "This is what we're gonna do."
wow.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
had a concerted effort. They had their little posse pack up there wearing the white, the girls in white. They had them, and the
Because they're so pure, right?
the Puritans. Yeah, the Puritans were dressed up and ready for battle, and that was their job.
Debbie is talking about the shrinkflation, and he talked about.
I
the
love how I
chips, the
picture a
potato
seal
chips.
every time you guys do this. A big seal pops up in my head, like.
That's why you got to look at
That's
it.
what they are. That's what they
Yeah.
are.
That's what seals do. Seals
Yeah.
and clowns. That's what they do. What they're told. Hey, Carol says, yeah, I love Tucker. Hey, and speaking of which, did anybody get to see a play-by-play with Trump going after? Because I was looking to see if there was one, but I couldn't find anything
On his
out
truth,
there. So,
he was doing it on his truth. So I was watching a little, and I was like, you know what? No, where's Trump doing the play-by-play? And I realized it was his truth because one of my other Telegram channels shared it. And I was like, oh, I'll go into his truth. And then I was stalking his truth, but I was busy, so I really couldn't refresh. So I was just listening. I went back to listening. Yeah, but it was good. It was good.
that's awesome.
He called him angry.
Somehow
He said
I
he's
just got it
angry.
back over here.
He don't know what he's talking about. He's like deluded. He was going off. Trump was like putting it to it. I was like loving it.
Well,
I need to get back on Truth. I know I made an account there when it first started, but it wasn't really built up yet. And I should still have a placeholder account there. So my nephew actually messaged me yesterday and he was like, you need to get on there. You're deleting Clapper, you're deleting PayPal, you're deleting Snapchat. You need to get on Truth. So I guess that's my next move.
It's a good one. And, are you on Twitter? Did I just hear you say that?
I just added X, but I have always hated Twitter. Like it is just, I don't like the format of it. But I am on there for you guys.
Well, I'll tell you why I like it. Because if you want to get a headline far in front of any of the other garbage media that are, putting stuff out there to you, if you want, and find truths that never make it to the mainstream, that's what I like about it. Because they're, all those movers and shakers that are out there and coming across the headlines, that's the place you see it first, which is what I like. So anyway, there's that.
Kim, did you include Gloria in that email? Gloria wants to come in.
I did.
Okay, Gloria, check your email, hon.
Check your email, Gloria. Yep.
Check your spam folder if it didn't go to the main one.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Yep.
I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it up, y'all. I'm trying to make it up, and it looks like now I've got my brand set up. That's good. Okay, we're good.
Kim's got a brand,
this does
y'all.
a lot of. No, well, it does a lot of different things. The way here, see, let's get rid of that. See that brand? It just disappeared. Did you see it? Up by your head, Jez? How about that? Can you see it now?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, there it is.
So anyway, it just I somehow couldn't have control over any of that this morning. Well, let's get on to it. We're kind of lollygagging. Okay, so let's just say I have you three ladies in here right now. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, how would you rate the State of the Union? Don't be shy.
When you instantly become speechless because you can't calculate a number.
Negative.
Can I give him a good segment? You said 1 to 5, so I'm like,
yeah. How about a negative?
Can we go negative? I would go negative.
Go negative.
4.
No, right? Go all the way the other way.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I felt. I didn't watch it until the very end because I was just disgusted.
Me too.
I mean, when you're laying in your bed and you're screaming at the TV and flipping off the TV and yelling, and your husband comes in and says, "God, are you okay? I thought you were having a bad dream." I said, "I'm having a bad dream. I'm having a
nightmare, but I'm awake."
Yeah,
I've been having
Biden's my president right now.
4 years almost. I'm over it. Every day I wake up and Biden's still bullshitting on the TV. It's a bad dream to me.
Yeah, and Debbie made the reference too, and y'all had to notice it as he was coming into the event. Every single Democrat, every single well, I'm just gonna say it looked like every single black representative was trying to get up, snuggle close so they could get selfies. Hey, I'm this close to the president. Hey, see, you can send me millions of dollars. I got access. See how close I am. So all those little selfie pictures were invaluable, I should say. To some of
Could
those
those
up there.
black representatives get any more moronic standing next to a known racist who, like Robert Byrd, was his buddy?
Yes,
buddy?
yes.
But I want to go take a picture
Thank
with
you.
this KKK dude.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what's crazy? The fact that people don't know that he attended the KKK leader's funeral and had a speech there and all that. Like the fact that people don't know these things about Biden just drives me absolutely insane. Because I mean, if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Yeah.
How dare you say something like that? If Trump said that, he'd be.
Yeah. They got a lot of mileage out of that. Hey, Cindy
My
says,
gosh.
you stuck out like a sore thumb. And we were talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's kind of funny. She almost kind of looked gangster. The only thing she was really missing was a big gold chain around her neck while she was up there with her hat and, trying to give the card over there to the knucklehead.
I feel like I missed a lot of it.
Slick gave us the answer who was sitting by Joe Biden. He said it was the Prime Minister of Sweden.
The
newest.
I was there for that. They said Sweden and Finland joined NATO, I believe they said last night.
Yep.
And that they were there.
Being the most recent this past week. And he was sitting there next to her like, and she was like, yeah, there was something going on.
As someone who's Swedish and very myself, maybe it's just a cultural thing.
Stop. Danny got excuses for him. She's like, no, that's my homie.
Yeah. Hey, good morning. Hey, Evie's in the house. There's our girl. Evie, good morning. Evie, it's good to see you, lady.
Yeah.
Gosh, we would love to talk to you. We got things going on. And y'all, tomorrow I may be getting to go to another Trump rally. I'm excited. I got the 2 tickets. Skeet and I might make it out there. I don't know if Ellen's in this morning, if she comes in. But we're going to try to make it out there. Of course, weather permitting, Skeet. I'm not going to go out there and stand in rain and cold. I'm just not going to do it. Your girl's not going to do that.
So I have a little insider information that I can share.
Ooh, share it.
So there's articles saying that Bill Clinton is coming into Scranton, which is, everybody knows, is Joe Biden's home base. His childhood family home is in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Hillary's area. Yeah.
Hillary's family is from here, and Bill Clinton is flying into Scranton for St. Patrick's Day. Guess where he's hanging out?
Where?
The Scranton Masonic Temple. And guess who's also in Pennsylvania doing a tour to over the next couple of weeks or whatever? Joe Biden. So secretly, and I'm not supposed to know this, but guess who else is probably going to be there with Bill Clinton in the Masonic Temple in Scranton, Pennsylvania?
How about that? Holy smokes. Y'all, speaking of the Masonic Temple, I do have a little report down here in Roswell, Georgia. The Masonic Lodge
has been burned to the ground
there at the heart. Well, it's kind of been at the heart of the town, for, like Gary said, Kim, I think it's been there since the 30s. Well, apparently the government over there, they just took it by eminent domain.
Yes!
They just took it. Yeah, they're done now. Apparently.
Wow.
It's been a working lodge. So apparently there was some negotiation going on between the Masons and the county, I guess, or the city. And I guess it didn't work out. So they just took it in true bully fashion. But
good.
I know Des is happy about it.
Good.
Carol says Scranton hates Biden too.
Yeah.
And Evie said, hey, if you're not on truth, you're not getting the truth. I encourage everybody to at least
Trump tells
have
everybody. Trump has been telling us the truth for a very long time.
Yes, he has.
People just haven't been paying attention to it.
Man, how about that? Well, I've got some other things I want to talk about. Y'all? Granny. I don't know if our girl Granny is in the house. Granny Calhoun, good morning if you are out there. I'm not seeing who's who. But she put a little thing over on our Telegram. We've talked about this for a while, right? And it has to do with the appeal.
The Bill Gates fruit.
the fungicide that somehow, in someone's wisdom, Bill Gates, thinks all the produce and fruit need to be covered in this stuff. Well, apparently what they're finding now with the fungicide is the fungicide doesn't come off. So if you're buying, if you're at the grocery store and you're seeing the little stickers on your fruits and veggies and other things that says A peel, just like that, PEEL, steer clear of that.
Yeah, steer clear of that, guys. It's going to break down the microbiome in your gut, and you are not going to, like, you're going to wind up with IBS. You're going to wind up with leaky gut syndrome. You're going to, I mean, and these are things that are chronically happening to people anyway because of all the pesticides that are sprayed on our food. But this stuff is so new, and it's from Billy Boy, so do not trust it. Don't go anywhere near it.
Yeah, well, and then they say, so
don't be smart, Tanya.
I think, like a lot of us who feel like a lot of our vegetables, fruit and vegetables, we eat the skin or the peels because there's a lot of nutrients there. So apparently the word is, if you're buying stuff with a peel on it, you need to peel all the exterior off and hope.
And hope it didn't reach the inside.
And just hope. Yeah, and just hope. So
yeah.
I'm making it a point to look really, really close at the things that I'm buying now. And I mean, more and more, we've been doing it over here, but I mean, more and more, almost obsessive, like to a point where, God, I don't even want to go in the grocery store now. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Grow food now.
I'm telling you.
Grow food now. That's where my plug comes in.
Hey, the
only way that you guys are going to have control of your food supply is to grow it yourself. And the only way to do that is to get heirloom seeds from a company that you trust. And one of them is Baker Creek. They believe like us. They're family, you know, that's a family farm,
Baker
generational
Creek,
family farm. And they have great seeds. And I trust that company. So Baker Creek Seed.
Well, and I appreciate you saying that, because that's what I did. I went and I got no GMO seeds. I now have over 150 starter plants going, all types of vegetables.
Wow, you started
Y'all
early.
be so proud. Well, I started early because I want to get it in the ground. Or I started all the, you know, in the seed pots.
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah. Seedling pots,
the seed trays, the seed trays.
Yes.
And so I'm just, you know, waiting for all danger of all frost to pass, and then I'll put everything in the dirt. But yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I got a great map of a garden, what needs to go where next to what. So we'll see. We'll see how much I can produce out of that one, my little garden yard, and we'll see. I'm doing my part.
Kim, have you gardened before? Have you had gardens before or no?
Yes, I have. The last I don't know what, 4 or 5 years I've done things, you know.
Nice.
So I'm trying to I'm trying to do more and more and more, and certainly I have a place where I could I could grow enough food to feed this community here. You know, if I wanted to.
Yeah, but be careful.
All right, Des, pack your bags. We're going.
No, but Kim, when I was down there, there was a local Georgia man. He had private garden, and he was dispersing his produce. And the state actually went after him, and he had to go to court.
Oh yeah.
This was
How dare you give away food for free?
I wonder what happened with that case.
You know, that's interesting, Des. I would like to find that out too. Yeah, that's what he was doing right there in his little yard down in the middle of Atlanta, practically. And he was instead of having a nice manicured, you know, high energy, high intensity labor.
Yeah.
He wants to give it away, you know. He wants to give away his food, and people are wanting it.
And he should be allowed to.
Amos Miller.
Exactly. You know, when it comes down to it, Maine passed a law a couple of years ago. I believe it was 2021, called the Right to Grow, or the Right to Food. It's either Right to Grow or Right to Food. I think it's Right to Food, which says, you know, we all have a right to feed ourselves. We all have a right to have gardens. We all have a right to have animals, you know, not too many, but, you know, enough to sustain your family. And I do still very strongly believe that law needs to be across the country. I don't know if it's coming from the Democrats or the Republicans. I do not care where it's coming from. We all need to have food, like stability. You know, how many families are out there? They're getting in these food lines. How long are these food lines? these food banks are actually reaching out to me and saying, Danny, this is getting out of control. How do we get these people to grow their own food? Like,
Well,
food
but you know what,
banks.
Danny? I'm going to put it to you this way, too. This is my opinion. I could totally be wrong. I know there are people out there that are insecure about the food situation. They call it food insecurity or whatever the word is. But, you know, like birds that come to a seed, you know, a bird feeder, they'll continue to come to the feeder until you empty the feeder, and then they'll go figure it out.
Yes.
They'll go find a way to eat and be okay. There are a lot of people out there, and I hate to say it, there are a lot of people out there that get in these food lines. They don't need it.
They're looking for the handout.
They don't need it.
I know.
I see them all the time in the city. I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
Look, they're wearing Air Jordans. They got their iPhone, their earbuds, this, the Yeezy
They don't
sneakers,
need it.
and they're like, give me my free produce. I'm like,
I'm
pulling
just
up in
saying,
Cadillacs.
and I hate to say that, but it's you know, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Teach him
a
to
man
fish
to
and you
fish
feed him for a lifetime.
Mhm.
These people, they don't want to learn how to fish. They just want you to keep giving them a fish. And I hate to
Exactly.
say that. It's out there. Y'all, let's do the thing. I want to do the thing. So let's do it.
It's that time, y'all. Oh, we zipped right
That's
past
time.
Pledge of Allegiance by Lee Greenwood.
It's slacking.
Maybe. Computer, play the Pledge of Allegiance by
What do you want
Lee.
me to play?
I got to bring my flag over from my dad's house.
The Pledge of Allegiance by Lee Greenwood.
There it
on
is.
Amazon
Finally.
Music.
Finally. Come on, y'all. Let's
Yeah,
do
I was
this.
so happy. I came over and they had a flag up for me already.
Gonna pledge the kids.
One
One
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for
For
all.
all. Y'all enjoy the music. I'm going to get my coffee hot. I'll be right back.
Play ball. So I'm going to jump into the comments while she's looking for her coffee.
Right ahead. Oh, while you do that, I found out. Not that I found out, but I remembered. Bruce Lee.
I wish I could get chickens, but I don't know if I can.
Yes. Bruce Lee died. I thought it was during the filming of Enter the Dragon, but he just finished it. It was 6 days before the release, right? And he had brain swelling due to headache, an allergic reaction due to a headache medicine.
You're a little low for me, Des.
It's because of the music. I'll type it.
The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Yeah, but that's what it was. It was suspicious, is what I'm saying. People were like, no way. You know, he was murdered, is my point.
It's a pledge to fulfill
Like
the
his
duties
son.
and obligations as citizens of the United States, and to uphold the principles.
You guys make me want coffee. I need coffee
Last
now.
but not least,
Yeah, refill the cup.
it's a pledge to maintain the four great freedoms cherished by all Americans: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't know where the can of coffee went.
Amen and amen and amen.
Amen.
How about that, y'all? Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Our goal is to
I think the lamb is a euphemism, Frank.
what? They lead you to believe you must have sex with a lamb, but it's not true. No lamb, no sex.
What?
What does that mean?
I think the lamb is a
Obviously, I
euphemism.
stepped out for a minute and I missed something in the conversation.
I
thought we
did
were doing the
too. What?
pledge. Yeah, I thought we were doing the pledge.
There's a story behind the
morning.
lamb. Yeah. We all know the story of the lamb.
Y'all,
The sacrifice
Well,
of
I
the
got
lamb.
You mean, what was his name? Anthony?
Are you talking about
Fauci, can we do that?
What are we talking about? Are we talking about the sacrifice of the lamb?
I'm talking about Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, the
Oh,
ultimate
well, you said
sacrifice.
sacrifice and you said Anthony, so I was like, yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke. It's a joke, guys.
Oh, we don't. Oh, yeah, please. Because I'm
Good morning,
interested
everybody.
in that.
Come on in
Look at this gray
here.
hair kicking. What the fuck, man? I need to go to the dye place.
Come on in here.
Whatever.
Good morning. I'm just seeing if my computer, it just kind of, I don't know what it is, y'all, on my whole
That's like-
computer system. But
What do you call
I'm
it?
still working on things. You'd think I'd have it down, but I'm just sorry. I guess.
Nah, it's only the first week. I'm expecting a couple of bugs here and there. The audience understands.
Let's see if we can do it.
They get it.
Okay, so
They know we're not
on
wrapped too
your-
tight.
Please do.
Here, wait a minute. Let me see. Just a minute. I was trying to get that. Why can't I find it? It just does that way. Anyway, all right. So let's get on to the next thing. If you're just jumping in, we were talking about a few things. Obviously, we were going over some of the State of the Union. You know, the clown show over there. We I guess we hit as hard as we need to. There was a lot of stuff, but who cares? And then we were also talking about the Arizona governor, Katie Hobbs, who has vetoed the most recent bill that was put up out there in the Arizona legislature. And so she vetoed it. And what she basically vetoed, she said, no, the police, they cannot arrest illegal border crossings.
Excuse me?
Crossers, you know, if they get in trouble, you know, whatever crimes they might commit out there in Arizona, police can't arrest them. So out there in Arizona, if you're wondering why this is happening, you need to get in touch with that nasty, corrupt biatch that's running your state out there. There, I said it. I did say it.
Wait a second. Wait. So it's not just about coming across the border and that being illegal. You're saying they can commit crimes and not get arrested?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What?
In Arizona. And New York, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to New York, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because-
if you and me commit a crime,
oh, we're
listen,
going under the
we're
jail,
going
Danny.
down.
Danny, the
Yeah,
perfect
we're going
name
under
for this.
the jail.
Airport
But not
security.
the newcomers.
Airport
No, because
security.
you know what? The newcomers, they can steal and take whatever they want, because you know what, though? Here's the fun part, and this is the part I really love, is even the newcomers, they know that they can't do that stuff in Florida. So what they do is they go to New York and they steal everything, and then they take it back to Florida and sell it.
Oh, yeah. What is the limit? It's like $950 worth of merchandise or something like that they can get away with
California.
per day
Yeah.
without getting in trouble.
Yeah.
This is why all your stores are closing, guys, because they're just going in there, taking the merch and selling it on the street. Like, there's no
100%.
point for a brick and mortar store anymore in some of these democratic cities, because
But one
It
thing
is
I can
just
assure
chaos.
you, one thing I can assure you of, when these folks go in to do what they do, they don't stop and look at price tags. It doesn't matter the 900 number. What it matters is how much they can carry in one fell swoop. You see these people, they wear these big sweatshirts or sweatpants. They stuff those things so they look like they got elephantitis over there. They sell it so full and as much as they can, you know, fill up their arms with. I'm telling you,
That's
they're
one
not
hell
looking
of a
at
tube
price
steak.
tags. It's about how much I can haul out in one trip. And in
Yeah.
case that's not enough, I'll bring 6 of my friends.
oh, yeah.
Or more. But anyway, so yes, out in Arizona, they're free to do that as well. And there's no repercussion. So this is the part that made me the maddest as I listened to that cluster of a State of the Union. Was all I heard the whole night was illegals or newcomers and Ukraine. That's all I heard. We're supporting them. We're doing for them. You better get on board. If you don't like it, we're doing for them. That's all the message seemed to be about. I mean, if anybody wants to come in and tell me something different that you saw, you heard, or some kind of way that you felt, I would
There was
really love for you to do it. Come on in.
There
here
was
and
a
talk.
brief moment where he said things were going to be made in America, but I didn't believe him. And then there was another brief moment where he said that inflation was at 3%, and I don't believe that either. So, I mean,
Yeah,
the lies were flying last night for sure. And they were all,
Yeah. There it is. They won't arrest them in Florida either while driving without a driver's license or committing a crime. See, this is we thought we just had a two-tiered system in our justice department, right? In our justice system, we thought it was just a two-tiered. Well, hell, now it's three. And we, my friends, the American citizens born and raised here, tax-paying goons, we're at the bottom now. And that's absolutely disgusting. I just want to wait for the new sheriff to ride in town. Vroom, 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 bum, 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 bum. That's what I want to see. I want to see that guy ride right into town, take his mask off, and say, "All of you, round them up."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it really.
Yeah, this isn't me poo-pooing, the newcomers, the aliens. This isn't me poo-pooing them.
Come legally. Legally.
He's saying, get the F in line.
Yeah. If I have to get frisked at the airport.
Thank you. There it is.
To go everywhere in my own country.
That's what I was saying.
But you get to come over the border.
Yes. The meme. With airport security to the border security. It's a complete, are you serious? Polar opposite. What?
Yeah, and that meme has been going around, and it really is a substantial meme because it's like, are you kidding me? This is how obvious it is that, we're being suppressed, and these newcomers, these illegal immigrants are getting better treatment than even our veterans are sleeping in the streets, guys. They're sleeping in the streets, and we're putting illegal immigrants in hotels. What is going on with our country? It is that obvious, and some people are still not seeing it, and it's just, wow.
Candy Girl, I heard that too. Did you see that? Did you hear him say that? The COVID shot, the vaccine cures cancer? I heard him say that.
That's what they
said.
He
started a bunch of little rambling lies towards the end, and I was like, nobody's going to say
Absolutely.
It cures cancer? Are you kidding? He said that?
That's what he said. He said,
yes. Oh, timing, Tanya. I can't.
No, okay, all right. So here's what he said about that. And I was disturbed by a comment that
I made.
DJT said, by the way, about that. So
anyway,
anyway,
it's truth.
Yeah, no. He's saying that there's going to be the vaccine to cure cancer because that's what they're trying to do is use that platform because it's a CRISPR technology. It goes in and it changes your DNA. So they're trying. That's initially what this whole platform was supposed to be used for. So now because they got approval, they're going to just go hog wild with it. They're going to say that they're curing cancer, but obviously it causes it. We know this. Again, I can't. My whole. God, everybody around me, man.
Many people, Tanya. So many people in my life have cancer. I just did a whole series of videos for my friend Jarita, who just had a double mastectomy, and it is crazy.
How old is she, Danny?
She's about my age, around in her 40s. I'm about to be 40. She's about 40 some, and it's. It's horrible. The amount of friends that I have right now that are going through cancer literally at the same time. I mean, their surgeries are days apart.
Yeah. That's it's like in my family there was an initial wave of people who just died, and now there's all the people coming that are, that have all the other things going on with them and stuff. I'm just gonna say to the comment. Was that Trump was taking credit for the warp speed thing. If it would take him 12 years, it took me 6 months.
Of course. And that grinded me from the very beginning, Tanya. He and mind you, Trump is a man who believes in the power of America. And if they wanted to put a vaccine out overnight, they could do it. And he believed it. But and I'm sure now, after all these years and looking back and knowing what we know now, he knows he was I have to believe he knows he was duped. He has to know
he said that. Duped. He said that last night. That's why I was like, oh.
Oh, Trump did. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it was a comment on Truth Social because I was watching his comments because I wanted to see. He's cracking me up. That's the only reason I gave that a 2 last night was because his comments. I was like, this is great. Just rude comments. Love it. It's just awesome.
That's what my audience loves about me. I tell people to grow food, but I show my true personality, and I am like raised by George Carlin. So
10,000%. 10,000%.
That's right.
yeah,
Like hickory dickory dock, the mouse went up the clock. Hey, Andrew Dice Clay, everybody, yo.
You're right, Evie.
Evie, you are right.
We are at war.
We've been at war.
Technological, technology war, data war, the information wars, and all that. We are at war. And,
We are.
We have the lowest amount of cattle in this country
Oh my
than
God.
we ever have since the 1950s. I just went viral for that post, and
It's terrifying.
like when it comes down to it, like Tanya and I have discussed before, like they took the bison away, right? Like they got rid of the bison and then they pushed people into camps. Now look at the plan that they have for the 15-minute cities and tell me that it isn't common sense that something like this is going down.
Kim, are you going to tell?
It's like the
Are you
climate
gonna
change
tell-
with zero carbon.
Oh, I was going to say, Kim, are you going to tell Danny or should I?
What?
My name.
It's Tanya.
Tanya.
It's Tanya. Yeah, you kept saying Tanya.
Tanya, I know.
Like it took her several months to get it
It
right.
took me a while.
I was hysterical.
It's probably from hearing Kim say it the wrong way so many
Yeah,
times.
100%.
Well, no, to be fair, it looks like that. That's right. You should have
does.
seen. Yeah, yesterday somebody said Tiana. They totally messed it up. I was like, I'm not the I'm the fairy queen. I'm not the frog princess. That's
Tiana. Hey, Tiana.
yeah. A lot of talk about the closed system that I'm trying to create in my household, and that's the other part of your, grow food.
Yeah,
is
that's weird. Me either. Maybe she has me blocked.
using the composting and stuff. I mean, we have like
Whatever.
this
I'm doing that.
incredible worm farm going on over here. It's
Nice.
nuts.
I'm doing it too. I've got my composting thing going on too in a big way. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because what I want to know really at the end of the summer is how much food I can put away. That's what I want to know is just how much I can put away or share away. Because I know. And what I did, I got tons of okra. Y'all like okra?
Freeze it. I love fried okra. Are you kidding me?
Okra is very good.
And
It's an
good for you.
antidepressant. So
Yes.
if you're taking antidepressant medications, get off of them and start eating okra just like all the
Eating
time
okra.
raw. It makes you very happy.
Yeah,
You
okra's
can't go
good.
wrong with okra.
I love okra.
Has it got tryptophan in it? Is that why? Is it?
Yeah.
It's tryptophan? Yeah.
Well, and you know what? If you're a
is it-
person that doesn't have any friends, grow okra.
Well, that's like
Well, when I had my podcast, I had a podcast, the Midnight Farmers podcast, and one of the things that everybody noticed was that Farmer Froberg, who's famous on TikTok now, he was constantly eating raw okra, but he was always in this delightful, happy mood. So,
Raw
so
okra. Now
somebody
you
in
got
my
to say
audience
it.
actually looked it up because I was like, there's got to be something in the okra. I was just making a joke, and somebody looked it up, and they were like, no, you're right. Like, okra is
Raw
really
okra.
good for it.
Cindy said
Yeah,
that
how
the
do you
slimy
eat raw
part
okra.
of
I mean,
the okra,
geez, that's brutal.
it kills parasites.
Danny, have you grown sweet potatoes? Because I just started seeing about the cuttings. You can propagate sweet potatoes like ad nauseum. I mean, you can make like 9 plants out of
Like a potato,
one
you just
plant.
eat it. Right?
I don't like sweet potatoes, and I think I might be allergic. So there was one instance where I had popcorn shrimp and I had sweet potato fries in the same night, and it was the first time that I was eating shrimp in a very long time. But it was also the first time that I had.
It might have been the oil they were fried in.
Yeah.
Sometimes that'll do it.
Yeah.
I
The
had an
restaurants,
allergic
they ruin
reaction,
everything.
so I was like, "Oh gosh, I'm going to stay away from both of these things now."
Oh
So
my God.
I am
Hey,
allergic to a
Realtor
lot
Girl.
of things.
Realtor girl. Yeah, she says, didn't I hear him talking about the COVID shot curing cancer? I just wanted to put it out there. I know we did just hit on it a minute ago, but
Yes.
I would just like to know if somebody's got some proof, some indication of some proof on that statement. I would really like us to talk about that because I want to stay clear.
Could you hold your breath, please?
Yeah, I want to steer clear of that.
Did you? Did we talk about this yesterday? I'm not sure. The vaccines and the lettuce.
The vaccine.
Guys,
is
you got to watch what's
everything.
in the grocery store.
The
They're
vaccine
literally
is
putting.
everything.
Everybody can grow lettuce. You can grow lettuce in your house if you have.
Yes,
it.
you can.
Everybody
Grow
can
lettuce
grow
in your
lettuce.
house, make a big pot of it, and just pick it as you go, y'all. That's what I've done too.
Yeah.
Y'all think I don't do much?
Vaccines in your lettuce,
They do.
guys. Like, this is crazy. And I just saw like where they were talking about it in like in a forum and saying, who's going to regulate this? Is it going to be on the packaging? What's the dosage? Like if I eat 5 head of lettuce, am I overdosing on your vaccine?
Like Dr.
fluoride.
McCullough touched on this. He said that with the chickens and the beef and all this that they're vaccinating, even the fish, right? He said that he doesn't know yet. There's no scientific data to support or deny whether or not that is cooked, the mRNA is cooked out with the meat or the temperature. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so we have no idea. I mean, it could, please God, but I doubt it. It's messenger RNA. I don't think
it's itty bitty.
Yeah, I don't think it's killing it. That's why I'm doing the spike protein detox. I haven't even tested for COVID ever.
Do you know that
vax?
The corn, the BT toxin corn, all that GMO corn, that actually does change your gut biome, and it does propagate the BT toxin within your gut flora. So that is a way in which that this stuff can get into your body, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Corn and soy, I would say, guys, stay away from corn and soy. It is so bad.
If you need corn, you could do blue corn. The blue corn hasn't been tainted. That's what I understand.
I do like the blue corn tortilla chips.
Yeah, but still corn in general. Corn's a seed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like hating on the grains, but seeds are meant to be planted in the ground, and they're meant to pass through whatever eats them. And they're meant to take all the nutrients around the ground and put it into the seed. So when they're in your body, it's pulling nutrients out of your body and taking it out with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
except for Slicknard seeds.
There's got to be a good comment here, so I'm going to read it. I'm still looking for the S bank for the sperm bank for purebloods. There is one, actually. I'd love to sell my tadpoles. Okay, guys, there actually is. There is a website for this.
Share it. These guys.
I'm not sure what it is, but I know it exists because I've been on it before.
Yeah.
There is one.
Spike protein is a hoax.
And what they used to say is unvaccinated sperm is going to be the new Bitcoin. That's what they've been saying for a while, and now we're getting to the point where at the Red Cross, you have to check a box saying, whether you were vaccinated or not. And if you were vaccinated, your blood might not be eligible to be donated.
Yeah.
Well, what they do is if you're vaccinated, they have you step over and make a phone call to a certain location, because what they're trying to determine is what batch of what vax you have and when you had it. So those who are vaxxed going in, they do want to know, you had that batch, pull the lever, trap door, dump them.
Yeah.
But if it's some other one, and that's what I understand is happening. They're really big. And how many I haven't had it done. So I wonder how many people that have had it done can say, oh yeah, I had this batch, that batch, or this batch number. That's what that's all about. So I encourage everybody to, find out which batch you had, if you had one.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could find more information about the J&J, because my son got one of those. I did an immediate detox on him with everything there was. I threw everything at him, and he seemed okay, and he still seems like he's okay, and I'm just praying that he's going to be fine. I want him to get his swimmers checked. I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do, especially if he's thinking is he married now?
No. Actually, he just literally got off the cruise ship, and he's in Tampa. He just told me now.
Well, hopefully he won't be sick, and hopefully he's going to be good. And yeah, I think all young men, especially if they've done the thing, they should be checking those things out. Just check them out. And I would say now, because now there are folks that are going after Pfizer and the others. And these are all closed door hearings and trials that are happening, because they're not going to let the word get out to anybody else.
That was another thing
pay
that
attention to
irritated
that.
me. Biden,
his girlfriend hasn't been.
He was boosting Big Pharma. How many times did he brag about Big Pharma? I was like, is he getting right? I was like, is he getting commission on every time he mentions the pharmaceutical industry?
Who are you talking about?
Probably. That's what they all do.
Yeah,
Did you
Biden
read
last night in the
this
State
study?
of the
You
Union.
may have read this study about the spike proteins and where they wind up in your body. It just so happens that they wind up in your ovaries and your testicles. Oh, what a coincidence.
Yeah, it goes straight into them. Yeah. Yep. It is. It's a depopulation thing. We know this. It's pretty
Yes.
obvious. Oh, I
is
watched
very-
something last night. I watched a documentary. Oh God, it came out in 2008. So anything you see in it is like way outdated, but it's definitely relevant. It's called IOUSA, and it's about the national debt. And the guy who was the head of the government accountability office was in this, and he had actually come. Eric was like, I had him in my classroom. I had him come to talk to the students. He says, I didn't even realize what a big guy he was. I was like, wow. And it talked about how bad this was then, and now, oh my goodness gracious me. So it showed the pie chart of where all the money goes, right?
Mhm.
It showed all the, the Medicare, the Social Security and whatever. And then I that's when I elbowed Eric. I was like, that's why COVID was a thing. I said, they did that specifically to get that down. I said, and that is also why they are letting in all these people into the United States, because they want to build up all the people paying taxes towards this, and they want to kill off the old people. They're trying to adjust the population for this, which is crazy. Anyway, because the debt doesn't mean anything anyhow, because they're just printing money. And all the money that is being spent isn't the money that we're paying in. That's money that they're borrowing from China.
Yep.
And they get into that too. They even get into that. It's a really great documentary. Again, it's terrifying because they're sounding the alarm then when it was at 65% of the GDP, and now it's at, I checked the debt clock, it was like 123% of the GDP now.
You should stick a link for it in Kim's group on Telegram.
What's that?
You should stick a link for it in Kim's group on Telegram so that we can all go and see it.
Yeah, you got to definitely see it. Some days I wonder if I'm celiac or it's just something in the food I eat.
It's the food you eat.
Yeah, most people are sensitive to the grains because even the organic grains are sprayed with glyphosate, which is Roundup, and that it's extra gut. So
yeah, it's Roundup, guys. It's pesticides on your grains. If you're gonna have bread, try to get from like a local bakery and eat sourdough bread. It has 3 ingredients as opposed to a bazillion.
I shared that recipe. I want to bake it. I have a pizza oven. I want to bake a loaf.
The flour
in
is
the
still,
oven.
guys. The flour. It's still the flour.
I know.
It's still the flour. If you could find flour from Europe, mainly Italy, then you might be okay.
Exactly.
You got to get your flour. You can't get it from within the United States.
No.
I don't care what kind it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I do know, however, like I have hypoglycemia, so my sugar drops. And I am very, very sensitive to bread. Like so sensitive to bread that I can't even eat it anymore.
That's where the junk is.
And the only one that I can tolerate is sourdough bread. And some of these companies, the sourdough bread is not so great. It still looks like the kind of loaves that you see, like the white bread and stuff. But there are like local bakery shops that make it, that where it's, it's cooked the old fashioned way and all that kind of stuff. That stuff doesn't bother me. It doesn't mess up my sugar. It doesn't.
I have gluten-free starter. I have tons of it actually. That's why the gluten-free idea is a good one, because you're not eating the wheat that's been sprayed. You're getting rice and potatoes instead. But it's
okay. You chatty Cathy's.
Too bad we can't like grow wheat ourselves, but
that'd be great.
Tanya, you ever heard of
what?
Kamut flour?
Kamut. Kamut, spelt and teff, I think, are the other ones.
This is ancient
some of them were found
grain?
with the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's
So that's what we need to use.
Yeah, if you can. Some of us have been messed up beyond the ability to do that.
Well, I have a question. So let's just say I go into the store and I buy a bag of flour.
It's not good.
No. I told you guys about the flour and the tissues, the toilet paper being tainted.
We're talking to the shoppers now. We're talking to folks that are shopping and looking for. So what's the if you're looking for flour, because hey, I want to go make my 3 ingredient bread. what's the best flour to buy? And can you get it at a grocery store, or do you have to get it at Whole Food store? Or, I'd just like to know, because
You have to go to a
obviously you can pick
specialty
up.
store where, like, if you have a
Organic,
Polish
gluten-free.
or a Greek or an Italian specialty purveyor, and you know that their product is shipped internationally in, like my Greek
Italy.
restaurant I go to-
Internationally? Does it have to be
Get your
international?
stuff
Yeah,
from Italy.
My-
Italy has banned all of this,
Exactly.
all of the agenda. They're
Yes.
banning the GMOs. They're banning like all of it. They're banning all of it. Their food is pure. So I would say get things from Italy.
I
Yep.
wish we could get Russian wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he won't let them do the genetically modified food over there. It's against the law. What does that
Yeah.
tell you? What is that?
They'll put you in jail and give you a fine in Italy if you get caught trying to mess around with the food supply.
Cindy
Yeah,
wants to
I
know
had
what double zero
tomatoes.
flour is. Does anybody know?
I wish I
I've
had
never
the
heard of it.
seeds from my great grandfather. He came over from Italy with tomato seeds in his pocket, and he
That's
grew
Really?
cool.
amazing heirloom
Wow.
tomatoes. Yeah, I don't have any of the seeds. I'm so
I love that story, though. I love
Yeah.
that story. Y'all, I'll be right back.
I gotta check this out, the Kamut flour. I definitely want to get it because, like I was saying, if you go to a specialty store, like my Greek restaurant I go to, she's a local, Mary Jo and Michael, and all their stuff. You look at it's product of Greece, product of Greece, product of Greece. So when I go there, I even get like their like seltzer sodas and their, you know what I'm saying, stuff I would never. But I'm like, it's not from America. I can eat it. No problem.
right. I have an Italian import literally right next to the coffee shop where I work. I
Oh,
gotta
me
go in
too.
there.
I go
I've
to
never
like
been
3
in there.
different
yeah.
stores. I go to Pastoso,
Show us some
Lavodi's,
stuff in there. So,
and then
so
it's
Tanya, how
Second
do you
Street.
feel about black seed oil? There's
I
a big
love it.
trend.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
It's good stuff. It's good for everything. It's actually been called the cure for everything except death.
Yeah,
Nice.
black seed oil and oregano oil.
I've heard of
Get
the
you
food
both
nanny.
of those.
Yes.
Those are really good.
Oregano oil, Kim. Yes. Right on the money.
Man,
Mhm.
we're using that all over the place, y'all. Take what you can. What is 00 flour? Does
Yeah,
anyone
double
know?
zero flour. What is that? Cindy's
Double
done
zero.
one.
Flour?
It's a grade. It's a really soft grade. I believe it's bread flour. It's an Italian grade.
Oh,
They give it grade 000.
like
Really?
grade D oxygen?
Like what?
Like grade D
Oh, I was
oxygen?
like, what?
I don't know what that is.
I don't
Grade D
either.
oxygen. It's what we breathe. Why do we breathe grade D? Why is it not grade
Why
A?
is it D?
I never
don't
heard
know.
That
this.
feels really like, wait, what?
It's grade D
Why is
oxygen.
it an A?
That's why I'm telling you. It really is. I'm telling
Wow,
you.
that's weird.
Yes. The air we're breathing is grade D. It's not grade A, B, or
Grade
C.
D.
Grade D.
Not upper class. We're down here, guys.
The Mexican bakeries bread, yeah, Mexicans wheat and corn and stuff is all compromised too because we own it. We own Mexico. The entire northern
Mexico.
North
Actually,
America.
Mexico. I believe that they wanted to outlaw the that we have here in America, the GMO corns and stuff. So Mexico actually did stand up against that. But I think for everything else, probably, yeah, I wouldn't really trust it.
I'm reading your comments, y'all. I'm plowing through them. They're not.
Yeah, they're not on the
They're
stream
all over
yard.
the place. Yeah.
They're coming. Yeah, they are. I'm trying to get over here, and I don't know what it is with StreamYard. It must be like it gets to a certain point, and that's all the comments you're allowed. It's very weird. And so I'm opening up the other, the Rumble app right now, and I see. Oh, where did he go? Slick says, "Hey, pizza capital of the world is Naples, Italy. I still remember that pizza I had. Wood ovens, green olives on the side. Man, that sounds really good, doesn't it?"
I need to.
Mm-hmm.
We
I'm
traveled
hungry now.
bring our electrical cords and pictures. They traveled. They brought seeds. Isn't that true? Seeds. And who to thunk it, right? Who to thunk it? Y'all. I just can't get over to
Yeah,
my
think
other
about
table.
that, right? What is it? What did he do? He brought seeds. He started a garden. This is a man who came over with I think he had like $20 and a bunch of seeds in his pocket. That's all he had. And then they ended up with this like quarter acre in a suburban area, and the whole backyard was a garden. This is how I grew up. This is why I was
I
like,
love it.
yeah.
I love
He had
Awesome.
chickens too. I mean, not while I was there, but around. He was earlier, but I
You know,
remember the setup.
one of the reasons why I am the way that I am is because I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. And Brooklyn, New York, I was in the middle of the city. That's a concrete jungle. But I was so blessed to be able to live on Rogers Avenue, and right around the corner was a community garden. And I spent many, many, many hours in that community garden thinking that, you know, fireflies were fairies and, you know, things like that. And I really cherish that. And I really, really, really want children to have that experience. Do you know how many kids can't even identify some of the fruits in the grocery store and the vegetables?
A lot of them just think they all come from the grocery store. That's the crazy thing. They just think, hey, we got to go to the store to get our food. They really don't have an understanding of the concept of where it comes, how it starts, where it originates, blah, blah, blah. And I agree. I think that's a real twisted situation in our schools. And well, that just goes back to why we need to have great school choices, because, you know, some of these folks that are teaching these kids, they don't have a clue either.
Yeah, especially in food desert areas. I don't know if you guys know what a food desert area is, but this is an area where it's miles and miles where there's no store. Nope. There's no store that's going to give you vegetables or anything. They're literally buying all their groceries out of bodegas, like corner store shops, like all of these little gas stations and things like that. And it is really, really like people in these areas, the kids, they don't know. They're so disconnected from their food supply. They don't know how to identify these fruits, vegetables, like all of these things. It's very, very sad. What, Des? What'd I do?
Hoopa said I fell asleep when you guys were talking about Biden's address.
Just talking about it.
Let's get on. Well, y'all, let's get on. I have something I wanted to go over, and all this time I've been sitting here trying to restart my system, and I realize I've been kind of quiet here, but
it's okay. We got you.
I want to shift gears for a minute, and I want to talk about this. Y'all know we heard, weren't we talking about it yesterday? That was it the DOJ that have said that the over 100 J6ers were overcharged, and that they were going to they were going to be knocking down their charges or something like that.
Enhancement. Listen to this language.
Well, and here's what I was getting at is apparently we heard that yesterday or the day before, and now the story comes out about it says revealed that the closed circuit TV video shows that Kamala Harris exiting the U.S. Capitol at 11:21 a.m. on January 6th, and also Pence, he was out just a little bit after her. And the interesting thing is that the DOJ used in their charges against these J6 individuals that, you know, the number 2 and number 3 man, so to speak, were in the house. Kamala Harris and Pence, that they were in the Capitol. So that enhanced their charges. And one of the mothers of one of the J6 defendants, apparently she was out there trying to get the message out about this case and how absolutely corrupt it is. And she's the one that brought this, I guess, attention to everyone with the closed circuit TV showing Kamala Harris getting out of the White House. I mean, the Capitol, excuse me, and Pence having been taken down, I guess, to the garage. So that absolutely blows their case out of the water, that these defendants were in there to try to, you know, bum rush Kamala Harris and Pence. Did y'all see that?
No, but I will say I have a close personal friend who's facing 40 years in prison because of J6, and he has 6 kids. And he's an ex-veteran, and he's been through a lot of things. He's got PTSD. He saw 5 of his friends explode literally in front of his face, and now he's facing this. And really, all he was trying to do was stand up for his country. And it makes me very sad to see this. You know what they're doing, and he was terrified. He was having people were sending videos of how horribly the J6 people were being treated in jail. They were being.
We're not seeing enough.
They weren't allowed to shower. They weren't allowed to eat. In some situations, he was terrified.
Yeah, and what they're
And,
doing now, you see reports of they're playing this, loud, obnoxious noise late into the night, all night long, keeping the,
Yes.
sleep
Torturing them.
depriving these individuals. This is what we do,
Yeah.
in war, and that's what makes this so heinous, and that's what I guess makes it clear that we are in the middle of a freaking war.
Oh yeah.
And these people have been so mistreated. They've been done so wrong only for going and showing up to protest what they witnessed in the election. And let me tell you something that just kind of dovetails right into this one. Down here in Georgia, meanwhile, evidence has been uncovered that indicates Fulton County, which is the biggest county in Georgia, they performed no signature verification on the mail-in ballots. We talked about this, right? So now the evidence is there. Over 148,000 ballots, mail-in ballots, mind you, and ballots, perfect ballots that don't even have creases in them, like they were never mailed, right? And they have the ability to verify signatures, but they never did. 148,000 mail-in ballots in Fulton County. Y'all, y'all, that's so big because, Trump, so they say, only lost Georgia by 11,000 votes
yeah,
or
it was
less.
something super small.
Yeah. So here, there's 148,000 mail-in ballots that had no signature verification, no creases in the ballot to indicate it was ever even mailed.
Wow.
They kind of came in the back door in a box, which we saw them unload.
We saw them.
We saw them unload the stuff. So, at some point, I have to say, now that this evidence has come out, and I know, Des, you've questioned Captain Keschel a little bit, but you know what? He is like a bloodhound keeping his nose to the ground.
I find it so, not perplexing, but really disheartening. Because, so many of these people, nefarious characters, bad actors, are presenting themselves as real warriors fighting for truth and justice. And it's, bless you. And it's really coming to a head.
I'm allergic to bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like,
yeah, we don't want it to get
just like I said with the realization with Flynn. I realized, wait a minute, but this guy was in the military the whole time. He couldn't do shit. So that's when I started to really wrap my own head around it, and I was like, no, I'm not buying this BS.
We're all just sitting ducks to some extent.
Yeah.
Y'all. Anyway, hey, Granny, now we have AI before the election too. And Granny, thank you for bringing that out.
Good
because
point.
That's going to be huge. And my understanding is
Yeah, Gloria, the suitcase ballots. That's exactly what those 148,000.
Yeah. I mean, we all watched it change in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It was like, who's ahead, and then all of a sudden, what?
The freaking suitcase from the covered table.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys something. That's the reason why I popped on here. It was earlier when you were talking about the whole securing the border thing. We had an incident right in my town, which I was saying, I'm like, there's nothing's going to happen here.
Oh yeah, you said it
on Monday night.
Say never.
Yeah, well, we have outlets called Clinton Crossings. It's all high-end stores. A lot of people from New York area come up here to shop. It's cheaper and everything. But for whatever reason, they said 6 adults and 3 juveniles are facing charges after a man was kidnapped in New York and brought to Clinton. The investigation began around 10:35 p.m. Monday night when officers responded to the Clinton outlets for a noise complaint in the parking lot. The caller reported a loud group of individuals in the parking lot creating a disturbance after the outlets had closed for the evening. When they arrived, they found 7 men and 3 juveniles in the lot. One of the men, who was later identified as the victim, told police that he was kidnapped in New Rochelle, New York, after he was threatened with a firearm. The 9 other people then brought him to Clinton. So basically, the guy's okay. The man told the police the group took him because they believed he knew people that had stolen coke from them. He also told them that the group had taken his phone, license, money, credit card, and keys. Now, we don't know where these people are from, but here's their names.
Oh,
Oh, don't get racial.
go ahead. Get racial all day. Do it.
It's Gerson Isaias Jimenez Mendoza, Kenneth
Don't you love it when they have
Munoz,
5 family names?
Edgar Palencia Maraquin, Dario Taveras, Justin Vargas, and Javier Ventura Vasquez, and they are kind of scary looking. And I'm like,
No
they,
face tattoos, though? No neck or face tattoos of, MS-13.
That's what I was wondering, and I don't
TDK,
see that. Although there is a guy in a
whatever.
turtleneck, but it is
Welcome,
cool.
newcomers.
So the
There's
comment,
something
of
I
course,
wanted to bring up too. You brought up a good point. I don't know if you're done yet. Or
No.
okay.
Yeah, no, they were, but
No?
anyway, they found him. They found him. They arrested him.
They
But
did.
they got him. Yeah, they got him. But that's
Oh,
the thing.
good.
We don't know.
Good.
They said they're from New York, but are they from New York or not? Like, we don't really know, and everybody of course,
No.
is speculating.
There's so many new people in the country. It's just insane.
They
I'm
say
seeing
they're from
some
New
crazy
York because
headlines.
that's where they came from,
So-
but before New York, where'd they come from?
Did you guys? Now I don't know if this headline is true or not because I just saw this little headline. But did Biden admit that he flew illegal immigrants all around the country and put them in different locations? Did you
From
guys
other
see this story?
countries. He absolutely did.
Okay, I want to bring up a point because there's somebody who was running, I forget what office he was running for in Pennsylvania, but Teddy Daniels. Now I remember about 2021, I believe, Teddy Daniels had called out on Christmas in the middle of the night, 2:00 in the morning. They flew a plane of immigrant children into Scranton Wilkes-Barre International Airport. All of the lights were down. They had flashlights. They were bringing these kids in to Scranton,
They did
which
that
is where
upstate New
Biden's
York,
from.
too.
They were
Project
flying them in,
Veritas covered that a
and they
couple
were
years
trying
back.
to cover
Yes.
it up. They had all the lights
Yes.
off. It was Christmas night, middle of the night, Teddy Daniels. So I actually just tagged Teddy Daniels in a post, and I was like, look at this. Teddy was right. Teddy was right. And here it is. So I have a question, like, why isn't Biden in trouble for this? Why are there no charges going on? Like,
Yeah, because
if he admitted it,
the big sheriff down in Florida, the one we love that tells everybody, get a gun. I want everybody in my town to have a gun. I want y'all to know how to use the gun. I want you to go get you some safety classes on the gun use. And I want you to just fire away if somebody comes through your door. I just want you to unload that gun. That sheriff who we love, well, they just broke or they just kind of broke up a big trafficking ring. And he came out, yesterday or day before. And what he did was he showed all these people in this sex trafficking ring that they broke up. And when they started interviewing all of them, the sheriff was shown paperwork that these folks are given, and all they have to do is show up at the airport and give them the paperwork, and they can fly wherever they want around the country. And apparently what this sheriff learned was that these women and children who make their way over here, they're heavily indebted now to whoever it was that got them here. They're heavily indebted. Yes. They're indentured. So they have to work it off. How do they work it off? Well, they work it off as sex slaves. And this sheriff learned that this group of men and women are flying these people with their free to fly pass, not just once, not just twice, ongoing. They fly them from state to state to state from city to city, and so they can set up new clients to bang on those people.
You know what's really sad, Kim? I don't know if you've seen this, but these kids that come over notoriously have these bracelets.
Yep.
Yes.
So these bracelets are all color coded. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they have fruit stickers on them, stuff like that. This is actually what pimp they're going to in our country. So this right. They have That's a whole system. They're color coding these kids. This one's going on that plane. This one's going on that plane. It is so sad.
Well, what's really sad is that these people that they've arrested in Florida, all of them told them that the DHS, the FBI, Everybody's in on it, and they don't fear any of them. They don't fear any of the Border Patrol. They don't fear any of them.
Yeah, they're making a ton of money off of it. The
yeah.
cartels are running it, and it's just like the drugs. It's no different. Same thing. That's the way they look at it. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. They're making tons of money off of that.
It's
going
cattle.
right in the pockets of those people.
Mhm.
And that's why they're not gonna do anything about that.
Oh, we got to get going.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut it off, but it is. We've gone over a little bit. 8:09. I
No,
hope
I gotta
everybody
get
had
going,
some good
too.
coffee in them this morning and figuring out where you're going to go. I just see I just got a warning that popped up on my computer. It says flood warning, a flood watch. So
Oh,
no.
We're going to have a little flood watch down
I thought it was
here.
a
hope
technical
everybody
issue.
else is safe and dry. But Tanya, thank you for coming in. Danny, thank you for coming in. I appreciate all y'all.
Always
Des,
a
of course,
pleasure.
y'all come back and see us on Monday. We'll start again. We'll and bring a topic or two that you might want to hit on. And that's what I like to do. Write up the comments with these comments.
Weekend.
Tanya, thank you.
Absolutely.
Gloria.
Bye,
Say hello
Tanya.
to Eric.
Did you see Gloria's comment about Biden?
Bye, Tanya. And Danny, we appreciate you too, girl. And I don't know. I had one more thing on my list. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get back over it. I just had problems over here with even accessing anything, which made it difficult for me to stay on track. But I did want to talk about this. How about, did y'all see this? Letitia James went out to a New York firefighter ceremony because I guess they were inducting a new woman firefighter, perhaps, I think. But that's not as important as what happened was when she got out there. They booed her. They hissed her. They chanted Trump, 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 Trump over her. She had her little tiny voice and she couldn't be heard to any extent because they said, "We hate you, Letitia, and we want you gone." That's what they told her. That's what they told her. And she kept talking and she kept talking. And the interesting thing I want to know is if she's got AI facial recognition on all those people out there, because she may be coming after them tomorrow. Y'all hold on. Just saying. Nasty biatch. I'm so sick of her. So sick
Kim
of it.
Gloria
I
said
love
in the
when Kim
comments.
gets in that mood.
Gloria said she has a fear.
Well, she, I guess for me, it's so hard for me to believe that she can, for any length of time longer, be in this position going after the jugular of everyone. I mean, she's going after freaking meat packers. It's like, give me a break. Meat packers are now in her crosshairs, and everybody else who she doesn't like. And that's just what gets me about her, that she can even continue to be in that position. It makes me so angry.
So many of them. I mean, look at AOC.
She's just
I can't stand her either.
But the good news is, and we've got a lot of people that are retiring, resigning, going away. We're going to get a fresh new look in the Congress and the Senate. That's good news. And the other good news is that the Republicans, the new brand of Republican that are, getting heavily involved in the GOP party now, because they're not settling for the same old, same old. They're not settling for the same old, same old. And I think that's good, because sometimes the same old, they get too darn comfortable and make these relationships, with other corrupt individuals within our system, and it just perpetuates itself. So I'm glad they want to clean house and get rid of people. I love that.
I love that too.
But y'all check out, find the article, and I can't pull it up here, but find the article about Letitia James at the New York Fire Department ceremony. She was drowned out, y'all, by Trump supportters.
Drop it in the group, and that whole like I was saying, Bill Clinton's going to be in Scranton. He'll be at the Masonic Temple, and we're pretty sure on the down low that Joe Biden's also going to be there. There is a whole schmeal of Trump supporters that are going to be outside of there when it's going on. So if you guys want to go,
that would be interesting. Actually, I would like to go just to kind of see what's going on, because it would be a great, maybe like the George Floyd, poster got struck by lightning. Things could happen. I mean, it just could.
You never know.
I would like to see it. Anyway,
you never know. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Bye,
Please
everyone.
try
Danny,
so-
thanks for joining us today.
by
We appreciate
Glenn
you.
Campbell on Amazon
Appreciate
Music.
you a lot. We're gonna get on out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Next time I come on, I'll have some things I'll want to talk about. I got to do some research. Food supply. I know the farmers. Oh, guys, I'm just going to mention this. The farmers in Texas really need your help. The cattle numbers are going down. These fires are crazy. We need people with trucks that can move cattle. We need people who can feed this cattle. We need people from across the country to be pitching in and helping these ranchers keep their cattle, because the numbers are going down. That means our food supply is going down. I feel like it's not an accident. I feel like these wildfires were set intentionally in the area where we have the most food.
Yeah.
So
And let me
anyone
say
who can help
this.
out.
Do you remember when the Lahania thing happened, right? The Lahania thing, and they tried to blame it on, of course, there was heavy wind, and then they tried to blame it on the power lines, the utility lines that might have sparked up something. And I just felt like at that time when that was going on, I felt like, wow, what is it? Is it the utility company that's going to be the fall guy, so to speak? The government's just going to say you did it. You did it.
Yeah.
We can't have people questioning the blue beam and
don't worry,
the
we'll bail you
EMPs
out.
and all that. Well,
All I know is I'm painting my roof blue.
well, apparently
People
now
in Chile
y'all
are
can know
doing
for
that. People in Chile are painting their roofs blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
These
think you should.
rangers
Everybody-
really do skip over that color.
Well,
That's
y'all, the
crazy.
utility company in Texas wildfires now, they're claiming responsibility, y'all. Did you hear this? The power lines ignited the massive Texas wildfires, officials said yesterday. The officials said, these are the same officials and authorities that told you to do the thing. So anyway, I always look at anything I'm reading like that. But it says the
Yes.
utility company Xcel Energy said its power lines sparked the Smokehouse Creek fire in the Texas Panhandle. Based on current available information, Xcel Energy acknowledges that its equipment appear to have been involved in the ignition of the fire.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's see if it's going to be the utility company that becomes the fall guy, because we can't
I'm
poo-poo
sure.
the utility companies, because they'll shut us off. We can't poo-poo them. They can do whatever they want.
Dirty
Keep burning the
rat
place
bastards.
down. That's all.
Funny how in Lahaina the utilities were shut off before the fires even started. But I mean, I'm just a conspiracy theorist, so
I was just going to
Preventative
say they
maintenance.
turned off the water for the people, the residents. They turned off the water. They were
Yeah.
trying to put out their own fires. Scumbags.
Preventative
And then
maintenance.
they honored the
That's
guy at the Super Bowl, the sheriff.
yeah. That sheriff that was transplanted from somewhere else that had some
Exactly.
issues
The other
going on.
catastrophe in Texas.
There it
Or,
is.
Yeah.
Was it Texas or
Yeah.
when you're putting all the pieces together,
The shooting
and you
or
just
drama,
can't
yeah.
just can't believe that all things are connected in such a evil and heinous way. Hey, just get yourself out the Big Intel book. Just get yourself out that book for some put it on the coffee table.
Yeah,
Let
you
your
guys
kids
got to read
it.
Big Intel. If listen,
Gotta
Operation
read
Gladio,
Big
I
Intel.
shared it to the Telegram group. It was a free PDF.
Okay.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts or whys. You should not be reading that book, because that is the prelude to the Big Intel. That tells
Project
you
Gladio,
the foundation of everything. Big Intel brings
Drop it
to
in the
term.
group again today, or like tag me or something, so that I
It
so
might
that I
be
can
pinned
see
over
that.
there too.
Search
might
it
be
in the
pinned.
Telegram group. Go to the little, when you kick Tim, you hit Tim, you go to the search thing, and just put Operation Gladio. It's Gladio.
Gladio.
And the
Okay.
PDF should come right up.
Okay.
Because it's there.
All of a sudden, everything just goes click, 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 click,
Yep.
click, 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 click. Everything
Yep.
just
It's,
fits together.
yeah.
And it makes you realize just the level of evil. That really is out
Exactly.
there.
All the books I've
Well,
been
our
reading.
fight, Kim, I just want to remind everybody,
are
our
doing
fight is not against flesh and blood, but
No.
against the principalities.
that.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's
So
exactly right.
when you watch them, you will see the truth.
Yep.
We're
If
seeing
you
it.
really
every
look
day.
for it, it's there everywhere.
And on that
All right,
note,
I'm gonna head out.
All right, Danny.
This is
Thank you
great.
so much.
I'm
Appreciate
off
you,
to fight
Danny.
my
Have a
spiritual
good
battles
day.
in bed.
Well, there you go. And that was good to see Danny too this morning. And Tanya, thank you for coming in. Hey, Des, what have you got going on today, my friend?
Well, I have to work this evening, so I'll be sleeping.
Oh, you are. You
Yeah.
are working. Did you work last night too?
I did.
You did. Well, I'm glad you're out there doing it.
I'm glad I'm back too.
You know, I always worry about you because I know you're doing the roads and bridges, and I know how people are out there.
And drunk drivers, they don't stop getting behind the wheel of the cars. You know, it's assholes.
Are you working with your same crew?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a fun crew. You told us lots of stories.
Oh yeah, no, we have so much fun. Skeet, the video Skeet sent me about the dude with the toothpaste. I didn't send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you this morning. I forgot, but I sent it to everybody on the job. Everybody's looking at their phone, looking at me, just shaking their head, laughing. I can't help it.
No, hey, barbecue 1957 is in the house. Ashley Babbitt, aka Ashley Nillen, PMP government employee.
Yep.
Watch Ashley Babbitt hoax on Rumble. We're with you on
I heard that.
We're with you on that. We know. I mean, I feel like I know it within me beyond a shadow of a doubt. She was absolutely part of the, we got to have some drama because Pelosi's daughter's film crew was there to make a movie and make a spectacle.
And she was right there with that black kid. The CNN got paid $36,000 twice.
Can you believe it, Des?
Yeah.
God almighty. Thank you for that, barbecue, for putting it in there. Thank you. I appreciate you saying it. Give us all a follow, y'all. Would you give us a thumbs up?
Yeah, slap the thumb. If the thumb isn't green, you're slacking. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we just need a little thumbs up. We appreciate that because, they're going to throw us into an algorithm that none of us want to be in. But we want to make sure we find you on the regular, and we appreciate everybody having coffee with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks
Is there
for
anything
watching
else?
and hanging out.
Anything else? Does anybody else have a hot topic we can hit on right now before we check out?
Do we have any Trump rallies?
Anybody?
Oh, wait. Is the Fanny case going to... Oh, no, that's next week, right? Next week, this judge is going to, wake the frick up and say, all right, Fanny, the world is done with you?
Listen, hopefully next week, we will get a little bit more on that. I mean, the judge said 2 weeks. I don't know if he was just going on spring break vacation. He'll get to it when he gets back kind of thing. Because it seems like he could have made the determination just by sitting there. So when they said enough, he should have been, okay, well, listen, I don't have to wait 2 weeks. I can tell you, she's a nasty, rotten Momo. She absolutely was derelict in her duties and her ethics. And we need to just say goodbye to her. I think it could be that easy. And it could be for me if I were in that position.
Granny, what did you want me to put in the Telegram? Put on Telegram. The book is already there. I don't know what you're asking. Nothing gonna happen to Fanny. Something gonna happen to Fanny. If I ever run into that girl in the streets, something damn sure gonna happen to Fanny. Just saying.
Jackie says nothing gonna happen to Fanny. Well, I'll tell you. Here's the thing. Fanny's dad, civil rights attorney. Ran with the Black Panthers.
He's one of the founders of the Black Panthers. Fanny's daddy-o.
There you go. And so my point is, I believe probably every day in the life of Fanny, from the day she was born or old enough to talk, her daddy let her do whatever the F. She was the queen at the house, the little baby princess queen coming along. And I'm sure that Fanny never, ever had to adhere to any rules, any laws. I'm sure she did it her way every day of her life because her daddy would get her out of that mess.
Yep.
And that's just it. She's never had to deal with consequences. And she sat there on the stand in front of God and everybody and had to remind us while she was on the stand, I'm not on trial here. That's how stupid she is. But, the interesting thing is she really, truly believes that she's untouchable. And we're fixing to find out what Atlanta judicial is made of down there. We sure are.
Well, we know Fulton County corrupt AF. That ain't no secret.
Yeah.
Ain't no secret. Long time.
Yeah, so, and keep your money.
We gotta wait and see. Today's Friday. It's a big news day. You know how it is. Monday and Fridays. We did have a couple of midweek explosive stories. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be watching to see Trump and his troops.
Computer play Somebody to Love.
Because I did enjoy a couple of his truths last night.
Well, and I got to tell you, I didn't even listen to him over there last night. I was kind of bouncing between and all over my social media trying to find him, but I didn't see. So what? Just give me one funny that he gave us.
Trump? Oh, when he was talking about Biden being sick, he was like, "Yo, he's saying he's losing it. Like he's lost it. He said, what did he say? He goes, oh, let me find it. No, not fake news. Crooked Joe Biden is on the run from his record and lying like crazy to try and escape accountability for the horrific devastation he and his party have created, right? He's lying like a rug, he said.
Lying like a rug is right. Did you see the little meme he put out there with the Biden face? And did y'all see it? Hold on just a minute.
With Kamala in the background? The filter?
Yes.
Oh, that was atrocious.
That
Whose
was
faces are those,
absolutely
though?
hysterical. Here, let me see if I can play it for you if y'all can see it in the hold on. I'd love to play it if you can see it. Right.
America's been the law since 1933. Also counts, and only going to 2025.
Can't see it, darn it.
They were having too much fun with him.
Stupid
The benefit
camera.
expires in 2025. New electric grids that are able to weather storms and not prevent those forest fires.
He's a rat. He's a rat bastard over there. That's what he is.
Yep.
So anyway, there it is, y'all. I gotta get out. Des, I hope you have a good day too. Be careful out there tonight. I'll see everybody back here on Monday. Good Lord willing. Hopefully, if the weather holds up, we'll get out there to see a little Trump rally tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. But we are going to do a sign.
Hi. Nice. Have a good time.
Yep, Ellen, we're gonna do a sign and flag waving tomorrow morning here in the neighborhood. I think it's gonna be from like 10:45 to about 12:30, just a couple hours, but it's right there in the main intersection, in our little community. So hopefully we'll get a lot of horn honking and birds flying. There's got to be a little bit of everything everywhere.
You remember
in our
Daytona?
community.
Let's go, Brandon. Oh, that was so
Let's
fun.
go, Brandon. That's right. And he's still doing it, Dad.
FJB. It was so good. It was so good.
We're out. Hey, everybody, take care. Don't let
everybody,
anyone
on that
steal
note.
your joy, no matter what. Don't let anyone steal your joy. I appreciate everybody today. Much love, and I am out.
Bye. That was a beautiful day, everybody. That was a beautiful thing. Everybody's having a good time. Thank you so much. I really enjoy you. I enjoy the conversation. And, we got to keep our eyes out, our ears out, and, our hope high. That's it. That's it. Those are the rules of this game we call life. On that note, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to bed. I will be working later. Oh, shit. Tell me I'm muted. I muted myself all day. You couldn't hear me all day. I'm flipping mad. Oh, I'm going to flip out. Well, I hope it works now. But anyway, hope y'all have a good day.